Welcome to my channel. Today we are talking about a shocking story that has been spreading rapidly across the football world and global news. One of the most famous athletes on the planet, Cristiano Ronaldo, has suddenly found himself in the middle of a geopolitical crisis. Reports have emerged suggesting that the superstar may have evacuated his family from Saudi Arabia amid rising tensions linked to the conflict between the United States and Iran. For football fans, Ronaldo is known for breaking records, scoring impossible goals, and dominating every league he has played in. But this time, the headlines surrounding him have nothing to do with football. Instead, they are connected to one of the most dangerous geopolitical situations in recent years. So what exactly happened? Did Ronaldo really flee Saudi Arabia? Why was his private jet seen leaving the country? And how has the conflict in the Middle East started affecting global football? Let's break down the full story. Cristiano Ronaldo currently plays for Al Nassr FC in the Saudi Pro League. Since joining the club in 2023, Ronaldo has been living in Riyadh with his partner, Georgina Rodriguez, and their children. His move to Saudi Arabia was one of the most talked about transfers in football history, opening the door for many other international stars to join the league. However, life in the Middle East recently became far more complicated. In the past week, tensions between the United States and Iran escalated dramatically after military strikes and retaliatory attacks across the region. Missile threats, drone attacks, and security warnings began appearing in several countries across the Gulf. One of the most alarming incidents reportedly involved a drone strike near the U.S. Embassy in Riyadh. The attack sparked panic and raised security concerns among residents and foreign nationals living in the region. The Sun. For someone like Cristiano Ronaldo, who is not just a football player, but a global icon with a family living abroad, the situation suddenly became very serious. Shortly after these incidents, flight tracking websites detected something unusual. Ronaldo's luxurious private jet, a multi-million-dollar aircraft, was seen departing from Riyadh and flying toward Madrid in Spain. The Times of India. This immediately triggered massive speculation across social media. Fans began asking questions. Did Ronaldo evacuate his family? Was he leaving Saudi Arabia because of the war? Was the Saudi Pro League about to lose its biggest star? Rumors spread like wildfire across the internet. Some reports suggested Ronaldo may have decided to move his family to safety in Europe, while tensions in the Middle East continued to escalate. With missiles being launched and embassies on alert, many foreigners were reportedly considering temporary relocation from the region. However, the situation turned out to be more complicated than the rumor suggested. While Ronaldo's jet did indeed leave Saudi Arabia, multiple reports indicated that the football star himself remained in Riyadh at that time and continued training with his teammates at Al Nassr. News.com.au. Images released by the club even showed him working in the gym and participating in training sessions. But that was not the end of the story. Soon after, another major update emerged. Ronaldo had suffered a hamstring injury during a recent match and needed medical treatment. As a result, the club decided to send him to Spain for rehabilitation with his personal medical team. Suara.com. This means that his departure from Saudi Arabia may not have been directly caused by the conflict at all. Instead, it was a medical decision. But the timing of everything made the situation look dramatic. A private jet leaving the country, a global conflict unfolding, and the world's most famous footballer suddenly traveling to Europe. It was the perfect recipe for rumors. Still, even if the initial reports were exaggerated, the reality remains that the conflict in the Middle East has begun to affect football in several ways. Some international matches in the region were postponed due to security concerns. Clubs have had to reconsider travel plans, and players are increasingly aware that geopolitics can have a direct impact on their careers. Daily it had. For Ronaldo, this is likely one of the most unusual moments of his career. Throughout his life, he has faced intense pressure on the pitch, Champions League finals, World Cup matches, and fierce rivalries. But dealing with the uncertainty of regional conflict is something entirely different. Despite being 41 years old, Ronaldo remains one of the most influential figures in world football. His move to Saudi Arabia transformed the Saudi Pro League into a global spectacle. Television viewership skyrocketed, sponsorship deals increased, and many international players began considering moves to the region. Ronaldo was more than just a player. He became the face of Saudi football's global ambition. And that's why any news involving him instantly becomes international headlines. If Ronaldo were to permanently leave Saudi Arabia because of security concerns, it would send shockwaves through the football industry. However, for now, there's no confirmation that such a dramatic step will happen. The Saudi Pro League continues to operate, and officials have reassured players that the country remains safe and stable despite regional tensions. Meanwhile, Ronaldo's focus appears to be on recovering from his injury and returning to the pitch as soon as possible. For fans, the most important question is simple: when will he return? Even at 41, Ronaldo continues chasing historic milestones. One of his biggest personal goals is reaching 1,000 career goals, a number that no player in modern football has ever achieved. Every match counts. Every goal brings him closer to football immortality. That's why his injury and temporary absence have already raised concerns among supporters. But if there's one thing Ronaldo has proven throughout his legendary career, it's that he thrives under pressure. From his early days at Manchester United to his dominance at Real Madrid and later success with Juventus FC, Ronaldo has repeatedly shown that setbacks only motivate him to come back stronger. Now, as he continues his journey with Al Nassr, the football world is watching closely. Not just because of his goals, but because his career has become intertwined with something bigger: the rapid rise of football in the Middle East. The region has invested billions of dollars into sports infrastructure, clubs, and global events. Major tournaments, international players, and global broadcasting deals have all become part of the strategy to turn the Middle East into a major hub for world football. Ronaldo was the catalyst for that transformation. His arrival proved that even the biggest names in football were willing to move to Saudi Arabia. But global politics can always change the situation, and the recent tensions between the United States and Iran are a reminder that sports and geopolitics often collide in unexpected ways. For now, though, Ronaldo's story appears to be less about escape and more about recovery. He is currently focused on healing his hamstring injury and preparing for his return to competition. Al Nassr fans hope that their superstar will soon be back on the field, leading the team toward another successful season. And football fans around the world are waiting to see whether the legendary striker can continue rewriting history. Because when Cristiano Ronaldo is involved, the story is never boring. Whether it's goals, records, controversy, or global headlines, he always finds a way to stay at the center of the football universe. And this latest chapter proves once again that the life of a football superstar can be just as dramatic off the pitch as it is on it. So what do you think about this situation? Did Ronaldo really evacuate his family because of the conflict? Or was the entire story simply a misunderstanding caused by the timing of his injury and travel? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest football stories from around the world. See you in the next video.